All right, today is Friday, February 2nd, episode 4 of the show with no name. So if you've seen our show before, you should fully understand by now that we're the only show in the world that does not employ any nerds, any tech people, any producers, really anybody that understands how to use a computer or how one works. On the other hand, if you have not seen our show before, we've never run into any quality issues with our audio or video. Any tech problems of any kind. We're basically just a couple of guys that understand how computers work, and we just like to talk sports and other things that are going on in the world. That being said, this week we did run into a bit of a problem with our audio. Basically, the first 10-15 minutes were lost. I might post those later. It's basically just me talking to myself because half of our audio didn't work. So I'll post that video later. On the plus side, you'll get to see Cory's face and not just me looking like an idiot in the computer. Some of the other things that you missed with losing that footage is basically we reviewed the Pro Bowl, which, I mean, it's the Pro Bowl. Who fucking cares? The only thing you missed is I watched half of it for some reason, and nobody tried except for the NFC defense for the first half. But then we get into previewing the Super Bowl. I like Patriots -5 all day. And I did not make Cory give his pick. I respect his wishes and his superstition. I wish only positive things for him and the Patriots in the Super Bowl against the Eagles. We did get into some of the prop bets. We do believe that Bill Belichick will wear a hoodie, so load up on that. And we're thinking that it might be blue. Definitely not red. Probably blue. So that's basically all you missed. So here's the rest of the show. And just remember, stick with us. It's going to get better. I promise. So in Japan, they released a new product called Human Uber. So basically what it does is they pay somebody, kind of like the Uber driver, to put on a helmet that has it'll have an iPad with your face, so you do like a FaceTime. So basically, you could go to a party without having to actually leave your house and not have to miss out on things like that.
I'm the point in that, so I'm not sure why. I mean, I want to go to parties. That's where you meet girls, and that's where things lead to other things. So I'm not sure why you would neglect yourself from those kinds of things. But hey, that's where people are headed. That's what people want nowadays. That's cool, I guess.
I mean, I could definitely see this being a big thing in the U.S. Nobody wants to leave their house. I mean, there's some nights that I don't want to do anything, but I hear all this fun shit that's going on. I'm like, I kind of want to do that, but I could also watch TV. So I could get kind of the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I suppose you can multitask a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, you don't really get that full experience of going out, though, so... It has its give or take. So I mean, if it's a fairly inexpensive service, which I don't think it will be, it's something to look into.
Sounds terrible.
So next we got Ronda Rousey's officially in the WWE. I mean, this totally makes sense after she got demoralized in the UFC. After she got smoked by. Shit, what was her name again?
Holly Holm.
Holly Holmes, that's what. Holly Holmes beat her, and then she went and fought Nunes, just got smoked again. So, I mean, a move to the WWE is probably the best thing she could have done.
Oh, yeah, it's entertainment. She doesn't have to try. She doesn't have to, train. She just has to do some steroids and fucking show up and look pretty.
Yeah, I mean, everything will be scripted for her. She doesn't have to worry about breaking her fucking face again. So
she looks bad.
Yeah, I think that's a good move. All right, then we're into a little shocked or not. Blake Griffin getting traded to the Pistons. Kind of came out of nowhere. This was one of those guys they said was going to be a Clipper for life, similar to Chris Paul, but I mean, we saw how that panned out.
Yeah, it was no one saw it coming. The Clippers didn't get much in return. I think they're just going to try to free up from free agent space and maybe go after some free agents this year. I know Paul George is a free agent, but he's probably going to re-sign with Oklahoma. LeBron's a free agent, so who knows, man?
Yeah, I could see LeBron going there for sure. I mean, I'd rather him go there than like Golden State or something like that.
Golden State.
I mean, LeBron in Golden State would be the worst situation possible.
Terrible. Why? There'd be no one to compete. It'd be crazy.
Yeah, that would be the world's biggest, worst. I mean, that would essentially kill the NBA.
It would, because no one would compete. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and LeBron, arguably the three best players in the league by far. I mean, yeah, they are. LeBron, KD, and Steph are. Yeah, they're the three best players in the league, and now you're gonna put them on one team. That'd be insane. That'd be insane. It'd be insane. I kind of want to see it now. Just so I can say
I'm kind of in on it now, yeah.
Wait a minute, this might be kind of crazy to see.
Next we got Alex Smith getting traded to the Redskins. I don't really know what to do with that.
I don't either, actually. I don't think Alex Smith is the answer to anyone's problems. I think he's a game manager, we've all heard a million times, but I just don't see him doing anything for the Redskins. I think Cousins will probably go to a decent team that has a decent team. I think Von Miller was lobbying for Cousins to come to Denver. I think that'd be a good pickup for Denver. They just need to, I mean, they have a good defense. They just need a quarterback who can throw the damn ball. They don't have anyone on that team that can throw the ball. So, yeah, if they can find a guy who can throw the ball, Cousins can throw the deep ball. He can throw good. He can do well. I think Denver could be a contender again. So I think he goes to a team that's just like a one or two moves away from contending, and Denver's kind of one of those teams.
Yeah, I mean, they could they have the defense and they have the cap space. They could definitely do that.
For sure.
The problem is that Kirk Cousins has been getting the franchise tag, so he's used to getting paid these huge contracts, and I don't know how much Denver wants to pay him.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Next, we got Fox buys the Thursday Night Football for $550 million. Thursday Night Football is one of those things that should be something awesome. Like, it's football on another day, but they've just planned to make the matchup so shitty, and like the whole game, the color rush, everything. They're just trying to make it something it's not. It's not Monday Night Football. It's just always shitty.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that goes down. Fox, for some reason, everything Fox touches turns to gold, so we'll see what happens with that. But the players don't like it, teams don't like it, coaches don't like it. It just causes injuries and all that good stuff. So I don't know. I've never been a fan of Thursday Night Football personally. But you're right, the fucking matchups suck.
So next we got Le'Veon Bell tweets after hearing about a potential $60 million deal that he says, that ain't good enough for me to come run with the Jets. I mean, I can't blame them. The Jets are shit, and the Steelers are kind of trending upwards. I mean, they struggle a little bit with the coaching in the playoffs, but I mean, the job's too big or not big enough for Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I wouldn't want to go to the Jets. The Jets are notoriously bad every year. I don't know why you'd go there and try to. Your career's not going to go anywhere in New York. Plus, you got to deal with the Patriots, and I know he doesn't want to deal with the Patriots any more than he already has to with Pittsburgh. So, I don't see him going to the Jets, man. Screw the Jets. I hate the Jets.
So next we got Justin Timberlake says his son will never play football. I mean, this shouldn't be a shock at all. I mean, he comes from two powerhouse people. I mean, JT is incredible. Jessica Alba's super hot still. I mean, he doesn't need to play football. He could he could act, he could sing, he could do pretty much fucking anything he wants. But that being said, I think he will play football just because they say he can't.
He might, and I'd be okay with it. Yeah, we'll see. Timberlake's kind of a tiny guy. I'm not sure if he has the genes to make a football player's son, but we'll see.
Next there was a streaker at the Phoenix Open. So the Waste Management Open is basically just one big party that also has golf going on. So the streaker was out on the course, break dancing, using his dick to pretend to be a putter, just kind of, nobody's stopping him. It's just, I mean, you just chalk it up to that's the Waste Management Open.
It's hilarious. I really want to go there really bad. I've always wanted to go there. I've talked to people, a lot of different people about going. So sooner or later I'd like to go. But yeah, it looks like a good time. That guy was clearly having a good time. So yeah, good times.
Yeah, you should definitely come down, make it a thing. Next, we got Arthur Blank, the owner of the Falcons, came out and said that he was pissed off that Robert Kraft opted to get 283 diamonds on the Patriots championship ring. It's just kind of the ultimate slap in the face to kind of what they overcame in the Super Bowl. I mean, if you don't want that to happen, don't get beat.
Boo hoo. If you don't want that to happen, then don't let your team fall apart like that. That's not. Don't get mad at the Patriots. Be mad at the way that game went. Sorry, I don't feel bad at all. Sucks to lose, man.
The random thought I have this week is the flu has been coming out, and there's been a lot of people dying, a lot of things going on with that. Like, I mean, the first thought that comes to mind is the fucking flu. Have we gotten so soft as like a society or a human race that we can't compete against something that like shouldn't be an issue anymore? Like when I get the flu, I'm out for like a day or two, and then right back at it. It's just one of those things you just kind of push through. It shouldn't be something that sends me to the hospital, it cripples me. I mean, it's the fucking flu.
I would agree. I haven't had the flu in a long time, so I'm very grateful for that. Knock on wood. But I was not aware that people were dying. That's crazy. You know what, dude? We need to. I think we've talked about this before. We need a new plague of some kind. So maybe this is some new plague. I'm okay with it.
All right. So the next I got scrubs are basically just socially acceptable sweatpants. I was watching a commercial that had a nurse, and it just kind of clicked that, holy shit, not only do like nurses and doctors get paid pretty well, I mean, they got a tough job, not to discount anything there, but they also get the perk of wearing sweatpants at work. Like, a lot of people would kill for something like that.
Bad gig. I would agree with that. I would agree. Sweatpants are awesome. I wish I wore sweatpants to work. I do it every day.
All right, so next, the hot take of the week. Floyd Mayweather tweeted a series of 2 videos that I've seen of him hopping in the octagon, kind of jumping around, kind of playing it up like he's going to do a round 2 against Conor McGregor. I want to see it. If it's on pay-per-view, I'm buying it, hands down, but I think that'd just be a bad idea for him to get in the octagon. It's one thing to go against him in the boxing ring, but a guy that's so prideful about his winning record and things like that, it's just hard to see him actually getting in the octagon and getting kicked in the face.
Yeah, for sure. I think if he does do it, it'll be a big payday. I mean, that's all he's about anyway, is big paydays. But so I can kind of see it happening. With that said, I don't know, man. I just don't. I feel like the first match was rigged to a certain degree, but I think if he jumps in the octagon, I think that'll be rigged. I don't know. I think there'll be a lot of I don't know. It'll be like a wrestling, man. It's entertainment. It's not sports anymore. It's entertainment. So I think that's what it'll become. But good for him. I don't really have much of an opinion on that, I guess. But yeah.
All right. You got any parting words of wisdom for this week?
Parting words of wisdom. That's a great one. I don't know, man. I need wisdom in my life. So if you got any wisdom for me, let me know. Because
I got a little bit of wisdom for you and all the viewers. Strive for mediocrity. I said dream big a couple weeks ago. I rescind that.
Fair enough.
Middle of the road. It's right where you want to be.